Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Niko Brim. Y'all are tuned into the best damn podcast, Culture Pop Radio. Let's get it.
Hey, what up, guys? It's Julia Van Spleeker, and who we got on the show today?
We got Niko Brim.
Yo, this has been like a minute. I feel like this was supposed to happen a while ago. I don't know if you remember, but we met back at Rapsody's listening party. Her
listening party for Eve?
Yes, for Eve, 2019.
At the rooftop vibe. Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah, it was.
Facts. That was definitely lit. I remember that too. We chopped it up briefly.
Yes,
you told me you had some things going on. I was like, okay, no doubt.
Yes.
But yeah, shout out Rap, man.
It's like full circle, man.
Yeah, Rap, word. Shout out Rap. That's my big homie. So.
Yeah, she was on your, was it like an EP last year? Before the Throne.
Yeah, Before the Throne.
It was Don't Tell Me Bankroll. That's the first track, because I was like, damn, y'all went in on that one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Word. It was crazy because I cut that record like right before I went on tour with her, because she took me on my first tour.
Wow, that's what's up.
When she did the Black Woman Created This tour, that was for Eve.
Right.
I did like a whole Northeast date. So like we went to like New Haven, we went to Montreal, we went to Vermont, Toronto, and then I did a spot date out in LA where I ended up meeting Coast Contra. Shout out Coast Contra. But yeah, I remember I cut that record, and then at one day just randomly, because I send Rap my music, you know, just for feedback and and then one day she just sent me the whole verse back.
Now she got
said,
busy.
bro, I want to rewrite my
She got busy on that joint.
But then she was like, nah, your energy is what, you know what I'm saying, kind of brought the track to that point. So I was like, I'm going to leave it alone. But yeah, shout out Rap, man.
Shout out. No, for sure. And you know what? Before I even get into 1153, No Lies with Asia
Grace.
Asia Grace, yes. That was my favorite track off. I like it because I'm into like melodic stuff too. But
you want to know, that's my, I'm sorry, I keep knocking this over.
Yeah, you good.
That's my dad's favorite track too. My dad really loves that record.
For real. Like that, I could feel like that's a single for sure that you could have dropped. I don't know if you dropped it as a single or not. But
you want to know, I did. So I didn't drop it as a single, but I paired it up with a visual for when it came out. So I wanted to lead with bankrolls.
Right.
Aside from, Rap being a major cosign, I just feel like it sounded like something completely different from what was just out, but the energy was just raw. And then me and Damani ended up cutting, King of Diamonds. When we cut King of Diamonds at
y'all did get on that too, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. We cut at CYN camp. We had a camp in Atlanta for a week, and then Damani pulled up one day and he was what we had going on. And then he hit me to come slide to his studio like the next day. So I stood over there and I cut that with him. And between like just how Bankrolls kind of came together, how King of Diamonds came together, I was like, I want to push with these. Right. But then I felt so strong about No Lies. And shout out to B Bearded, producer out of Harlem that actually produced that track.
Wow.
And, once I got that together, I'm like, nah, we need a visual for this. So, even though it wasn't a single, we definitely put some, dollars behind it just to give it some more life.
You never know. It might... these days songs come back or anything like from a few years ago, people are late to the party, but then all of a sudden they just blow up out of nowhere just because one person did something crazy with social media.
100%. So and I feel like it's definitely is now more than ever, but even when you look at like all throughout time, like I remember when I was first getting put on to Kendrick, right? You know what I'm saying? And by the time
I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, by the time I found Kendrick, Overly Dedicated was already out. Yeah. The Kendrick Lamar EP was out. He was gearing up for Good Kid, Mad City. But, Section 80 was doing his thing. So it's like, you never know when you find people. You know what I'm saying? Or like even finding Cole on Friday Night Lights, he had to warm up, he had to come up. So it's like, you just got to just keep putting it out. And like the people that'll just find it, they'll find it on their own time. So that's just kind of the mentality that I've had with like pushing this music and just being consistent on creating it. Like, man, it's going to be there for y'all when y'all ready.
But what's the funny thing? It's so funny because I wanted to get into this a little bit later, but now you brought it up now because we'll get to 1153 a little bit after this. But what pisses me off with you is that I don't think people understand like this. I don't say this very often, but you're literally what J. Cole and Kendrick is to, I guess, my generation. Because I think you're a few years younger than me, but I feel like for this next generation, you are that for them. And it's frustrating seeing you not be where I feel like you should be. Like, I feel like people should be tapping in. Like, you're really that great of an artist. Like, you have the ability to be a GOAT. And I'm like, it's trippy because even when I was listening to 1153, I'm like, what the hell? Like, bro, like, how are you such a hidden gem? Like, this is throwing me for like a crazy loop. But when people do find you, it's gonna be bananas. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that for sure.
Like, I feel like a big part of that is like it's no secret that I come from legacy. Right. My mother is the architect, as far as hip hop fashion goes, and my dad being he had like a plethora of things that he did. You know, he was a rapper at some point in the early 80s. He did production, management, all of these things. But I say all that to say that I'm so close to it that like a lot of people don't feel the necessity to stamp what's going on.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I feel like it's, you know, it's up. And for a while it used to bother me. But like now I'm thankful for it because it keeps my ceiling so much higher than everybody else's. Like I can't just get by doing like the regular you know, it's like I gotta prove that I deserve to be here on both ends, you know, to the streets and to, you know, the people that are in the offices. So I just feel like I'm in one of those gray spaces, but it's all good because it just keeps me the hungriest, it keeps me going the hardest, you know, so I appreciate the flowers.
No, for sure. Like even when I was listening to, was it South 6 and Kingsway, book 1 and 2?
Wow.
Yeah, there's such a huge difference between that and all your work that you released over the last couple of years.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yo, it's so crazy is doing both of those projects, like being 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Being 19 years old.
And you were nasty then. And I'm like, I didn't even know you could get better than that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, bro. I was 18, 19 and like I was already on my like school. So like I was, you feel me? Like I went to school, I went to college for my mother. You know what I'm saying? My mother worked real hard to put me in a position where I could receive an education. So, you know, shout out to all of the single black mothers that really sacrifice above and beyond to make sure we got to get to where we going. When I got there though, feel me? Like I just was over it. I'm like, yo, day one, I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. So I just started skipping class to be in the studio. Like started cutting all these records. 1,000 Pictures was gonna be one project that was like 22 records.
Wow.
I did most of book 2 when I did book 1.
Wow.
Then like I remember I sat down, I was with my pops, was at my pop's crib, and he was like, yo, what you need to do is you need to split these up, give yourself some time, and then come with another body of work. And then like, you know, we ended up doing book 2, and it was crazy because it didn't have like necessarily commercial success, but like what it really gave it gave a certain stamp to the validity of my talent. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
It was people like Sway in the morning.
I was gonna mention that too. You was on there getting busy, by the way. Your freestyles.
Yeah, Sway was like a super big advocate. Like when I told you, when I was dealing with a lot of people who didn't want to pour into my cup, maybe they felt like I was undeserving or I already had it figured out. Sway was somebody that really gave me a lot of, you know, opportunities and chances on his platform. So, you know, it was that whole 1,000 Pictures series like definitely played its part. And then I took some time off. And then when I came with Before the Throne, and I dropped singles too in between, and those singles were like taking off. I was doing 1 million+ streams, and then I was like, damn, well, you know, let's put together another body of work. And then I got together with my bro V, that's CYN president. You know,
we're gonna talk about CYN in a second too, because y'all got busy on that.
Yeah, thank you. Like, you know, V is one of our guys. Like, that's my little cousin right there. But he does a lot of the behind the scenes, you know, logistical work and just making sure everything's in order. And then me and V did Before the Throne as our first project together. You know, book 1 and book 2 was more so just my brainchild. Before the Throne was me and V's brainchild. And from that to now, man, it just keeps growing and just keeps elevating. So, you know, we're thankful.
Everything is like, it's crazy that from production, lyrics, your delivery, your cadence, it's still you, but it's like, there's some strength behind it. Yeah. Like you can feel it. Like every time, like every track that I listen to, I was like, what? Like, cause normally I'll like skip, or I'll like seek through and I'm like, let me find a good part. But I was like, I had to run it back a couple of times because I'm like, no way did he get better than what he was before. I'm like, who does this? Like this is crazy. Like but it's frustrating for me to see that artists like you that are literally right here waiting to take that next step. Like I was watching on Bleacher Report, they were doing like a run back of their favorite cartoons or whatever, and they did like Kobe passing the torch and then Kobe refusing to pass the torch. I'm like, I'm waiting for you to grab that torch at this point and go forward and be that next guy. Know
gangster? I feel like I was waiting for the torch for a while. I linked up with my guys and we're figuring out how to make our own torch.
I think you guys are.
Torch, and we're gonna light that. And this is the torch that we'll be able to pass down to somebody else. But you know, we had plenty of opportunities of, and that's why I say I'm thankful for Sway and Rap, because those were two people that we're looking to pass that torch. You know what I'm saying? Like rap is like, man, I couldn't even really break down how much she's really like given to me. You know what I'm saying? Like really being a big sis. You know what I'm saying? And
she ain't gatekeeping.
She's not gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? Like it's none of that. She wants to see me shine. Like, so, you know, we appreciate her. But well, we gonna build our own torch, bro. Like,
and let's get into that with 1153 because you and Kai Cash got busy, and obviously everybody else in CYN, and that's what kind of also threw me for a loop. I knew that you guys existed just from me being from New Rochelle, but that was the first time I think I've actually listened to a collective and like, oh, they're not playing around. Oh, they getting busy on this. This is like for real. Because usually you have that, like you'll have like tapes, and I won't name drop or anything like that, but you'll have labels that drop tapes with a bunch of artists, and you're like, wrap this up. Like this isn't it. Like let it go. But like for real, the 1153, like y'all made me believers.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Because like for real, like it's tough for me because sometimes, you know, you're nice, but then you want to like now be honest, and this is the time where you're being honest, and I'm being honest. I'm like, CYN, y'all definitely did y'all thing. Everybody holds their own weight. There's not one person that's overdoing it than somebody else. And I really like that. So let's talk about 1153.
Yeah, so 1153, all right, so you want the real
let's give us the real gritty.
So boom, right? So 1153, it actually starts at CYN camp. So CYN camp happens April of 2021, right? So right when we was over there, right, keeping it super gangster, like CYN was damn near like at a wit's end. You know what I'm saying? We were, it was hard for all of us to get on the same page. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like super deep because we're all family. You know what I'm saying? It was more so from a creative perspective. Everybody looked out for each other. Loyalty was there, all of those things. But creatively, we just kind of felt like we were just all diving into different things and it just really wasn't meshing. And then, you know, Kai and V, they really pushed to, you know, get us all together and figure us out. I was already kind of doing my own thing. I was cool with whether we, you know, did it or not.
Right.
But they were like, yo, let's do a camp. We're going to do a camp for a week. We're going to get a mansion. We're going to set up 8 different studio setups. We're going to invite producers. We're going to invite engineers. We're going to invite videographers. We're going to invite DJs. Anybody that has something to do with the industry, we're going to invite them to this camp. And we are going to cook up music all day. These niggas told me that. I said, what I gotta throw to be a part of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were like, yo, we figured it out. I actually drove from New York to Baltimore with Great Dame, who's part of CYN. Right. He's in Baltimore. Drove to Baltimore. From Baltimore, we drove to Atlanta. Got to camp. I had my music set up. He had his setup. Kai had his setup. Everybody got their setups. Get to the crib. Immediately, we start unpacking, just calling rooms. You know what I'm saying? I get my room. Kai gets his room. We start setting up. And then from that first day, we just started cutting records. So we cut Hard Times at camp. We didn't cut The Light at camp, but it was right at that time. You know what I'm saying? King of Diamonds was cut at camp. No Lies was cut around camp.
Damn.
So the camp was like super productive. What's ill about Hard Times is all of that production was made by a live band in the crib that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, is this going to be a documentary at some point?
We want it to be. It should be a documentary.
Because it sounds like it was wild.
Yeah, it was Creole, bro. When I tell you it was crazy, so the mansion we stayed on had a farm.
What?
So in the front of the mansion, bro, it's goats and chickens running around. Baby goats wanting to play with us, jumping around. Yo, bro, it was some out of a movie, bro. So I'm
please tell me you filmed that.
Yeah, facts, word, right? So Hard Times, I remember I got a dope story for how Hard Times and CYN Anthem came about, right? So Hard Times, Rory, shout out Rory in the Woods. Rory came by to our camp just to see what was going on, and he came with like 8 musicians. And we had, like upstairs, there was like this room that was in the middle of the hallway. Yeah. And it was this big ass room. And they were all pretty much just setting up in this room. We were at my room cutting records, doing whatever we do. And then I walked by just to see what was going on in the crib. And Scooter's in there just freestyling to himself. And they're over here, they got the guitars out. Got flutes out, everything. I'm like, bro, what is going on in here? I'm like, and then they have this one dude, True Sound, shout out True Sound. he's like recording everybody bits and pieces, and then he's like dragging it into the program and arranging what is making. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff that we made was on the fly. Like we weren't really even writing. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard Hard Times. I was like, I want to go first.
Wow.
And then I was like, Kai needs to be on this.
Yeah.
So I'm rummaging through the crib looking for Kai. It's like 7 in this crib. I get Kai, I bring Kai into the room. We end up all just going back and forth. We cut the record, and then later on, I arranged it to like, you know, I made the hook, like, you know, Scooter had a hook, and I just pretty much arranged the record so it would be good to go. And then CYN Anthem was also a track produced by B Bearded, who did No Lies.
Wow.
So then this starts with Kai. Oh man, I wish Kai was here to tell us.
This is your OVO 40 at this point.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So this bro, this Bearded he's over here. He just got the sample. Sheesh. So I'm in the room. Like every time they pulling me out of my room because every day we're going up in my room, bro. Like my room was the you know what I'm saying? We had no lights. We just in there, hoodie scrunched, like we going hard. You feel me? So Kai, he hears the beat first. Kai's like, I'm going first. Niko gotta go next. He come in my room. Niko, you gotta stop what you're doing right now. Come downstairs. Downstairs. And I hear the beat. I'm like, oh, nah, this is crazy. K Wells is in there. Like, yo, when the beat drop, I need to come in. I'm like, bet, let me write my verse, get to rapping. After we get my verse, we get Trey. So we get Trey, yo, Trey, come here. He lay his verse. We get C3, yo, Christian, come here. Christian come through, lay his Shaq, come here. Then we just grabbed everybody. Yo, bro, by the time we was at the end, before we even finished the song, we all felt it. Like we knew, like, yo, as a unit, this is unity. Then nobody's stepping on nobody's toes. Everybody's expressing themselves the way that they get down. Like everything about it felt like a real strong collaborative effort from us. You know, and
that's the way it came across when I was listening. So I was like, nobody's like overdoing it or nothing like that. Everybody
came through, held their weight and did it in the way that they do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, Dame ended up closing the track out for us. And man, I'll tell you, that was a song for that week, bro. Like, so run that back. And so, you know, we had these records. The summer went on. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. You know, Kai out in Atlanta, V out in Atlanta. So with 2 out of the 3 of us being out there, I'm always visiting just to stay, you know, connected with my guys. So during that time before I dropped Before the Throne, Dame comes out to Atlanta and we end up making Go. So when we make Go, though, what's crazy is that was Kai's beat. So now that we talk about this, we already apologized to Kai, but we want to say sorry, Kai, because Kai was with this Ahmad, Wi-Fi Mod. He's the producer of Go. Mod, Kai is like coaching this on what type of beat he's looking for. You know, Kai's very hands-on. You know what I'm saying? So he was working with this before we even got there. Yo, I want it to be like this and do this, that, and third. Yo, bro, Kai said, yo, I'm about to get up out of here. We dap him up. We at V's crib. Kai leaves. I get to playing that beat. Me and Dame was like, yo, nah, let's just hop on this real quick. And then we was like, nah, but we're not going to violate. We're going to leave room at the beginning of the song. And we're going to leave room at the end of the song. Leave it just enough for him to get on it. Like, he going to pop it off. It's his beat. We're going to let him pop it off. We're going to let him close it out. But me and Dame, we just caught a crazy chemistry and we was just going back and forth. And then the light happened right after camp. Like that camp I told you about in Atlanta. I went to LA. The first day I touched down in LA, I linked with Ruben Vincent at the studio with Rapsody, because Ruben is signed to Jamla Records. That's the record that Rap signed to underneath Ninth. So as soon as I touched down, I linked them. I'm like, yo, we got this joint. Rube had the verse. I was like, well, then let's do it. So we laid it down. Kings was something that me and Kai is always rapping with each other. So that was like light. I don't even remember how that happened. I just know that we bodied it. And then a Sunday service.
I loved Sunday service, by the way. Y'all did a good job on that.
Sunday service, and we just dropped Hummers. We just added an extra song to the project. Sunday service and Hummers, we did the same night, which was like the energy in the studio that day was crazy. We did those the same night. Those was other records that we didn't write. But it was, we did all of these records for the most part before we even got into this year. We had most of this stuff, but
like last summer then.
Yeah,
wow.
like a lot of it was last summer and top of this year. But what happened was a lot of those records we wanted to do as the CYN tape.
Okay.
We wanted to do the CYN tape, but it's 7 of us, that's rapping. It was hard to really get the creative direction for the body of work where everybody felt pleased, and we were kind of going back and forth trying to figure it out. So then, me and Kai get the opportunity to go on Tour Record Day. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so when we went on Tour Record Day, we shut it down. Like, we got the amount of love that we got from those people. I had never experienced that before. You know what I'm saying? I never experienced that before. It was out the gate. Like, you would have thought that they knew that we were going to be on this tour. And then once we did that, it was like a no-brainer to come with a collaborative project. Right. And so, me and Kai were cutting so many of these records together and then pulling someone like Ruben in, pulling a Scooter in, just pulling in these pieces. And with us being the co-founders of CYN, we were like, why not take some of these records where, it's you and I and, a couple guest features that's put together a body of work. And let's just put it out and see what it does. We were so modest. We didn't know that 1153 was going to do this.
It's a great tape.
Me, Kai, and V were like, yo, bro, we're just going to put this little shit out to hold people over. Like, we didn't have no budgeting idea. Wow. To us, it was just music we made. And we were like, yo, we just gonna put it out.
But it's a good preview for what y'all can do going forward.
We can do. And it was crazy because when we dropped, we just started receiving so much love. Like, Sunday service just went crazy.
That's by far definitely my favorite track.
Yo, like, we were just like, yo, what the f*** is going on? And when we realized that we were really connecting with like a lot of people on this music, it just got our brains turning, you know what I'm saying? And then we were like, oh, okay, well, we got these extra records and we got this. We need to start putting all of this shit out. Like, what to us is just a regular cook up to other people that are consumers, they appreciate it so much more. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really how 1153 came together. Yeah, man.
I can't wait for that documentary then.
Yeah, bro.
Because something's got to win like an Emmy or a Grammy, something.
Yeah, something, bro. Like,
for sure.
And it's crazy, like, because we have all of the footage. We have everything. We just got to put it all together and show people how it came about. And 1153 was also dope is the name of the project, right? So we go on tour. We go to Minnesota. After we go to Minnesota, we have to figure out our whole rental situation. We coming out of pocket to be on this tour.
Damn.
They're not letting us on the tour bus, and there's no stipend for our travel. So but we knew that this was so valuable. You know what I'm saying? That we was like, we gotta figure this shit out, bro. We end up going from Minnesota. We fly out to LA. Now we gotta take the rental from LA to Denver. It's 15.5-hour drive to make the show. Right?
Damn.
I drive first. You know what I'm saying? I've been driving since I was 14. I'm pushing it, but I know where the police is at with us.
Yeah.
For me, after I do my first 5 hours, it's Kai's turn. Bro, this Kai was going like 110 and like a 50.
Damn.
I'm in a back seat. Blowing down bare dope. I got like a half of weed on me.
Yeah.
I'm laid out in the back.
Is that where that sample came from?
Yes. That was me in real time recording us getting pulled over.
Oh.
Bro, I know we in Nevada. I think it's legal out here.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about I'm halfway through the split. It's booming right now. You feel me? So I'm in the back. It's me, him, and the DJ. I'm like, damn, it's over. Pull us over. I'm like, yo, we gotta like open the sunroof, roll down the windows. They got the UV lights on us, so you're seeing all the smoke come out the car. Walks up on us. I'm like, nah, I'm looking it up. Yo, it's legal in the car. Like, we good. We pulled up to the car. He said, was y'all smoking? I said, I was.
Yeah.
They wasn't smoking. He said, yeah, like technically you are on reservation land, and that is federal land, and it's not legal on federal land. But we gonna let you rock. I said, oh, thank God.
Yeah, y'all got lucky because I wasn't sure if that was real or not.
Yeah, no, that was real, bro. We got pulled over. This Kai's driving. I'm smoking. DJ in the front, just being a DJ. The reservation police walk up on us. They're like, yo, sit tight right here. Da 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 da. They was mad cool. Shout out to the reservation police. They was mad cool. My indigenous brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They walked back up to the car. He said, yo, so da 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 da. Don't worry about the ticket. This, that, and the third. If you wanna. What is it? If you want to, if you want to like go against the ticket, what's the term? You know what I'm talking about. That. Yeah, you want to fight the
plead not guilty.
Yeah, plead not guilty, whatever the you can come back out here. We said, all right, cool, no doubt. Let us know, yo, before y'all get to Utah, watch out for the bud, because they gonna get on y'all. We said,
yeah, that's the part. I was like,
we said, no problem, bro. We leave it alone. Yo, bro, we start pulling off. Grab the ticket. Said, yo, this shit is $1,153. I said, this citation is for a band? Kai said, no. Show him the we all sitting there like, oh my God. So, in honor of our crazy ticket that we got, we named the project after that moment. You feel me?
Wow.
So yeah, that was crazy.
Damn, that's a good story. I'm glad y'all featured that sample.
Yeah, on facts. I was like, bro, we gotta put these skits in there because I love like when skits submerge you into somebody's world. You know what I'm saying? Like I love when skits have cultural elements of what the artist is going through that makes you kind of feel like you know or you're a part of it. But
not 1153.
1153, yo, bro. And it's in the project for the people that want to go back and listen. You hear me? I said, yo, the citation is for a band. You couldn't even believe that shit, but you know, it ended up being smooth, and we just decided to name the project after that legendary moment that we had. So
that's amazing. That's a good fact, and that brings me down to my favorite part of the show. It's called 5 Fast Facts. You got to drop 5 gems about yourself that your fans don't already know, and they got to be quick.
Okay, cool. we starting right now.
Start right now.
As a matter of fact, you got to like clap or something.
All right, ready?
I used to play the drums.
Okay.
I was a swimmer. I swam in high school. Yeah. I swam in high school. I was pretty good.
He breaks the stereotypes of black people.
I break all stereotypes. Yeah, you feel me? Facts. I'm breaking the stereotypes. What's another good fact about me? Damn, I'm brain farting right now. I love Jamaican and Japanese food.
Okay.
I'm big on Caribbean food. I'm big on Jamaican food.
All right.
Y'all probably didn't know that I come from a super big family. I got like 10, 11 brothers and sisters.
Damn, I definitely didn't know that. I thought you only had like one.
Yeah, nah, I got 3.
Oh, 2. Your sister.
I got 3 sisters.
Oh,
and then I got my brother, but my brother also has his 2 brothers and his 3 sisters.
Right.
And you know, we don't really play that.
Right,
that's your family, that we all family, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's another
you got one more.
Another good fun fact about me that niggas don't know?
That we don't know.
I'm like, damn, like, what is interesting? I feel like most things is kind of just on surface. What's another thing y'all probably didn't know about me? I don't know, like I didn't last in college. I made 1 semester in college.
No way.
I made 1 semester in college. I went to, we're not gonna give them no publicity, but I'll tell you I went there though.
Okay.
I went there though.
He said no publicity for y'all.
You know what I'm saying? No publicity for y'all.
Got you.
My first car was a 99 Corolla.
That's pretty humble though.
Yo, 99 Corolla.
And it's strong.
And it's $20 to fill that up. Yo, the battery to my window on the driver's seat was dead. So
no way.
To kind of like it would work in spurts. So you had to get it kind of cracked open. Then you had to push the down.
He said,
yo,
get some air.
And then I didn't have AC for the first summer of having my car. No AC from 1,000 Pictures Book 2 is inspired by my whip, because I used to be moving around in my whip. I was moving, pulling up on girls and all that type of.
Mount Vernon be hot too.
Yeah, we kicking in my car with no AC. So yeah, I started off with a 99 Corolla, humble beginning.
Hell yeah.
I don't push that no more, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I was talking about, there used to be 3 in the backseat. The back of that was touching the ground.
Damn.
Like, yo, it'd be like, yo, 4 homies in the car at one time. We can't do all 5 of y'all on the whip. Like, so that's definitely something else. I'm big on community work. Like in my life, I've easily fed like over 10,000 people.
That's what's up.
Of like, you know, just giving back, clothes drives, marches, you know, in Mount Vernon through New Rochelle, Black Lives Matter protesting and stuff.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I'm big.
I was there too.
For the protest?
Yeah.
That went from Mount Vernon to New Rochelle?
Yeah, I was only on the New Rochelle part.
Okay, I orchestrated that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know who, I saw up there
with a group of people. It wasn't just me.
Oh, Blaze was there. I went to high school with him.
Yeah, I know Blaze.
But I was like, oh shoot, man. I remember because he used to wrestle. He was mad popular in high school.
100%.
Shout out to Blaze.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who was involved with putting that together.
Right.
We walked from Mount Vernon through Pelham Manor down to Lincoln Avenue show.
I'm surprised I got through Pelham.
Yo, bro. And what was so crazy is because I'm looking at all these police like looking at us giving a thumbs up. I'm thumbs up me. You know what I'm saying? You part of the problem, especially Pelham Manor. Please don't get me started on Pelham Manor, bro. If you are from Westchester, you know what Pelham Manor is about. You know what Eastchester is about. You know what Scarsdale is about. As a black person, you got to be witty in those places. You know what I'm saying?
Got pulled over by my first time getting pulled over by a cop was in Pelham. It was the most embarrassing thing, hands down.
First time I got pulled over ever, bro, was in White Plains. No, not even get pulled over. First time I got arrested was in White Plains.
Oh, God bless your heart. Bro, White Plains don't play up there.
Bro, White Plains don't play, bro. Pelham Manor, they confiscated my whip.
Damn.
Took my whip from me, left me on the side of the road and offered me no ride home.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Look, these are some facts too y'all know about me. I'll be jugging and finesse.
he said, no more legacy right now. This is my legacy right now.
This is my story. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, those are some things, man. I was a musician growing up. You know, I picked up swimming when I was in high school. I was talented with that. You know, I'm a big food person. I love food. I had a 99 Corolla. And, you know, that fifth one was to be determined. Yeah,
exactly. I feel that. Listen, we had a lot of good facts right now. I appreciated it.
100%.
But Niko, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. I'm happy this finally happened. It felt natural.
100%. Yeah, this is definitely natural. It's organic. You know, I love the fact that you know, from the town. Yes. And, you know, we out here just, you know, supporting each other and, you know, uplifting each other. So that was dope. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
You know it.
Guys, I'm Julia Vamps. This is Niko Brim. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening.
We the hottest, say better.